Congressman John Lewis has risked life, limb, and imprisonment countless times as an activist for civil and human rights. In the 1960s, while Lewis was just in his 20s, he was a leader in the civil rights movement, delivering a keynote address at the March on Washington, organizing lunch counter sit-ins, and participating in the Freedom Rides. Now, as Lewis fights for the rights for immigrants and other disadvantaged communities, he remains a devoted advocate of the philosophy of nonviolence. Lewis discusses his lifelong journey as an activist and his innovative new graphic novel, March, Book One, with MSNBC's Rachel Maddow on Great Conversations. Recorded before a live audience at the University of Louisville, Kentucky Author Forum, this is Great Conversations. John Lewis and Rachel Maddow.
Have you ever thought of running in Kentucky? You are among friends.
Well, there's a lot of wonderful, great, and good people here. I'm delighted to be here. But I must tell you, I'm very delighted to be with you.
Oh, thank you.
You're the best.
Thank you.
You're the best.
I have to say for the record that my mother has given my father an early birthday present this year, which is that she surprised him by flying him out here from California. I will not point my dad out to you because then he will talk to each one of you before you leave. But he is here because you are a lifelong hero of his, and you have always been, in my family, an icon of American greatness. So it is a great honor.
Well, thank you very much. I'm honored to be here again.
You were there when President Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act, just months after you were beaten on the Pettus Bridge. That was at a time when the National Guard had to be activated to enforce the law in parts of this country. You were sworn into Congress in 1987, just after the Iran-Contra crisis, which is a real crisis. You were there for Bosnia and impeachment and 9/11 and torture and Iraq again. And Congress has been through a lot. We have faced a lot of challenges as a country in your lifetime and in your time in Washington. Why does it feel right now like we are less able to handle even the small stuff when we have dealt with so much big stuff?
Rachel, I must tell you, this is my 27th year in the Congress. I have never, ever seen anything like this. It is so sad. It is embarrassing that the government of the most powerful nation on the planet cannot get its act together. I don't know what the rest of the world is saying about us. We go around the world preaching democratic ideas, democracy. People are probably saying if it's like that, maybe we shouldn't move in that direction. But we will overcome.
I should say that this conversation will be replayed in the future. And we are talking right now in the middle of October when we are on the eve of what could be not just a national, but an international global conflagration because of the debt ceiling discussions, which you're lamenting here. You came up as an activist, as a confronter, as an organizer. This book, March, which you have just written, which has been so successful, is about, in part, your creativity and coming to adulthood, trying to figure out ways to creatively and effectively approach big, horrible problems. Given the fact that that's who you are and that's where you've been, is it satisfying to work in Congress?
Well, it's gratifying to represent the people of Georgia and the people of America. I was taught to work hard and not to give up. You know, I grew up on a farm in rural Alabama. Working out in the field, I would say to my mother, this is hard work. And she would say, boy, hard work never killed anybody. I said, well, it's about to kill me. But then I heard of Rosa Parks. And I met Rosa Parks in 1957 at the age of 17. The next year, in 1958, I met Martin Luther King Jr., and I got involved, and I never looked back. I didn't like segregation and racial discrimination. I didn't like those signs. And I was inspired to do something about it. During the sit-ins, we came together. We worked, we studied. Before we would go on any sit-in, any protest, the Freedom Ride, or standing at the theaters, we studied the way of peace, the way of love, the way of nonviolence. We studied what Gandhi attempted to do in South Africa, what he accomplished in India. We studied Thoreau and civil disobedience. We studied the great religions of the world. And by the time we started sitting in, I was ready.